Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for the vacationing Sam Shad. Today we'll be talking with two women who have formed the Nevada Women's Leadership Alliance, a nonprofit group to help women get more engaged in politics. Coming up on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years.
Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Hello, is this D&D Roofing?
Yes, it is. How may I help you?
You did such a great job on my roof. May I speak to the owner?
I am an owner.
Oh, can I speak to your supervisor?
Sure.
How may I help you?
I love your work. May I speak to the owner?
I am an owner. We're all owners. Well, that's why at D&D we work so hard to keep your home safe and sound.
Oh, no wonder.
D&D Roofing and Sheet Metal. Local, employee-owned, here for you.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org.
Nevada Newsmakers Studio is located at the headquarters of the Nevada Trucking Association. Motion and purpose are a truck's greatest virtue.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm thrilled to have, for the first time today, Liz Arnold, who is chairwoman of the Women's Public Leadership Network, and Pat Davison, who's the vice chairman of the Women's Public Leadership Network. And let's start out by saying, first, let's tell the audience a little bit about you guys. So Liz, you go first.
I have a history of working across the West in multiple states on coalitions and ballot initiatives and resource industry advocacy, and have worked with a number of different organizations over the years and with a public relations firm, and have recognized that at this stage in my career that I need to give back to other people who are coming up through the ranks and new to either advocacy or working in campaigns or being involved in government process. Also trying to improve their career tracks and leadership development. So this idea was sparked to form the Nevada Women's Leadership Alliance to try to provide that kind of support that I had. I had mentors like Pat Davison's, for example, in the 1990s, and others who really helped me along the way and helped my career, and also worked with them on all kinds of different projects. So it was a broad spectrum of things, and I enjoyed it, and I'd like to share that with other people.
Oh, that's awesome. How about you, Pat?
Thanks, Randi. As Liz mentioned, we go back decades now. It's kind of strange to believe that it's been so many years. But my background in coalition building, grassroots lobbying, teaching people how to be effective in their message delivery, understanding how to put your strategy together, what's the winning message, how do you adjust as you move forward with your strategy. But teaching people how to do that has been a passion of mine. So for the last 30 years, I was a lobbyist, but a lot of that time I was helping people learn how to do it themselves, whether it's writing a letter to the editor or standing up in front of a city council meeting. So doing that for recreation organizations, business organizations, property rights groups. The coalition that Liz and I belonged to back in the 90s led to more local and then regional organization work. And most recently, for the last 16 years, I was the lobbyist for the Contractors Association of Truckee Tahoe. So representing a trade association, all kinds of issues like affordable housing, climate change that were part of the picture for the construction industry. But teaching my members, the world is run by those who show up. So I retired last year, and it was of strong interest to me to be involved with Liz. She's the common denominator. She pulled all of us together to be her founding board, and we didn't know each other, but believing in this idea of giving back to the community, how can we focus on women, teach them, help them, support them to be involved in the political process.
Well, that's great. So the national group is the Women's Public Leadership Network.
Yes.
You've reached out to them.
Yes.
And then you've created the Nevada Women's Leadership Alliance,
right,
which is focused on statewide organization and really on getting women to get more active in politics. And you and I've known both of you for several years myself. But I remember originally talking with you, and you said Nevada's made history. We have a female-dominated legislature, one of the few in the country, but they're all Democratic women. Where are the Republican women? And more than anything, not just Republican, where are those more middle-of-the-road, pro-business Republicans and Democrats? And so your focus isn't necessarily partisanship. It's empowering women, it's getting women with a business background to get involved in politics, right?
Right. What we're hoping to do is provide an avenue for people to learn about activism or asserting themselves to seek change. And we are a nonpartisan nonprofit. We don't care about a party label on purpose, because there's a lot of people that have no interest in being involved in the Democrat Party or the Republican Party, but they do care about their issues in their own backyard. And they really don't have a home, and we would like to empower them to get more involved so that they can understand how these processes work. For example, if you don't know when the city council meets or the county commission meets, and you have something going on with a park in your backyard, or you have something that you want to, a land use bill or anything in that spectrum, or business going in that you are not in favor of having on that particular corner, for example, excuse me, those are the kinds of things people need to be trained on how to do. And sometimes when you work with people over time and you mentor them and you provide support, they might run for office at some point, and we will help to train them to do those kinds of things too. That's one of our goals. We want to focus on younger women that have never been involved before, starting out in their careers, or they're young mothers, or they're maybe 10 or 15 years into their career, and just looking around and looking for more ways to get leadership training that's outside of a university system or a corporate training program. Sometimes those are prohibitive, time-wise, and so forth. So that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish.
So women in construction is not, it's not an oxymoron, but it's not real prevalent. I know you know my niece Christine Keck, who works with Truckee Tahoe Lumber, and she's in executive management there, but she's one of the few. So what's your goal for helping to get more women in construction involved in the political process?
That's a great question. So we want to inspire women. It's not a hopeless cause. If they are passionate about an issue, they're concerned, something is their trigger, it's hooked them about an issue, giving them that safety net. Here's how to go forward. You're not alone, and it's not a waste of time. So giving people the training, bringing in pros that can explain how to do different things. We're putting together a curriculum, a set of classes that would be available. We're talking about those classes being free. Later it might change where we have sponsorships for classes, but being easy and accessible for women of any age, any background to be involved. And of course, men could be there as well, but the focus is women.
Not discriminate.
So we actually have a policy about non-discrimination, but the idea that we make it as easy as possible, but inspiring them, motivating them, showing them that it's not a lost cause. There are a lot of success stories out there where women are taking a leadership role. So providing that experience and that understanding, the support network. I have a picture of a safety net because we really want to provide that through mentorship, a one-on-one sort of assistance, putting a blog post on our website so there'll be a way to interact and communicate with people, not necessarily face-to-face, but still providing that background and support. So we're looking at all those different ways, still putting our programs together, but we're pretty excited about our first program on advocacy and start advertising that. We've got a pretty good outline of what that's going to look like, and it's designed for the grassroots activist who's not really done this before, and how do we hold their hand and take them through this step by step. So we will be reaching out to women in the construction industry and other trades as well. I looked at a list of business associations, chambers of commerce up and down the state. There's hundreds of organizations, and I'm sure they all have women in them. So we have lots of targets and use our connections to try and spread our message.
Well, I think it's been interesting to watch like what happened in Virginia and how this, Loudoun County specifically school system and the parents kind of woke up one day and realized what their kids were being taught. And you suddenly had parents who got involved, went to a school board meeting. I think 2 of the people that started this around the country are now running for Congress.
Wow.
So activism does inspire.
Yes.
When you're it
Yes.
is a lot of times when you're pretty ticked off at something,
Yes.
you get engaged. But so many people don't have an outlet of where do I go to do this? What do I do when I go to a meeting? Where do I go to the meeting? What should I say? So is that the kind of stuff that you're going to be looking at?
Yes, there's so many people that are showing up to all kinds of meetings and they don't know how to lobby. They don't know how to deliver a message that is memorable. They don't know how to communicate clearly without overwhelming with too many points they're trying to make at once, or they're too emotional. They don't have public speaking training, that sort of thing. So we would like to help them become more effective communicators, just in general, as well as understand the process of when that message is most effectively delivered. So those are the kinds of things we want to focus on, not just to capture the wave that's going on right now, but over a longer period of time, to have people that are better at advocating whatever it is that they care about. We don't care about their issues necessarily. We just want to make them better at executing their desire to make change on that issue. If they are an extremist, for example, in that realm, because we have a lot of hot button issues right now, we're not necessarily going to take somebody's banner or whatever, and we're not advocates. We're not going to advocate on behalf of any particular issue. We're going to train other people to be better at being advocates. And or stepping up to take a leadership role to run a coalition, organize a community organization that focuses on their backyard, or the city or county, or the local level government stuff. Teach them what that process means, because most people don't know how it works.
No, it's very true. So training-wise, are you looking at in person in a classroom? Are you looking online? Are you providing, like, here, go to this website and take this course? What do you envision as your learning process?
All of the above.
Is it? Okay.
Exactly. Yep. We'll have virtual, online, and in-person training, seminars, summary information, or longer-term, all-day training courses, depending on the material that people sign up for. Our first training class will probably be in a seminar, half-day type thing, because it's advocacy training and there's a lot of things to walk through. But we're also going to tailor it to people's needs and their schedules. So if we need to break things up in smaller pieces so that people that work during the day can participate in the evening or go online once something is available on our website, or have Zoom meetings. We want to be a statewide organization, so naturally Zoom meetings or GoToMeeting or all those different systems are also very useful for this kind of thing. We'll tailor that sort of thing to the needs of the people that sign up for that particular category of a course.
Okay. Well, we're going to learn a little bit more right after this.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way, because you can count on more than just your power. you can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Hey, Dad? What are you learning? This place is great. Huh? You gotta try this.
Wow, this stuff is great. People are gonna love it.
Yes. Yes, they will.
The signs and symptoms of cataracts can start out small with subtle changes in your vision. So don't wait. Be proactive and take your vision into your own hands. If you're experiencing the onset of cataracts or just have questions, contact your eye care professional or call Eye Care Associates of Nevada today. Dr. Hiss has years of experience specializing in the surgical correction of eye disorders and has completed over 84,000 vision correcting procedures. At Eye Care Associates of Nevada, we'll change the way you look at the world.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And we're back on Nevada Newsmakers with Liz Arnold and Pat Davison from the Nevada Women's Leadership Alliance. So, first of all, you have a kickoff event. I want to touch on that first.
Okay.
When is that?
Next Wednesday, February 16th at Paisans. We're having a launch party and just kind of introducing ourselves to the community and the business community and some of the women. There'll be a lot of young women there because I've shamelessly invited all of my daughter's friends and a number of people I've worked with that are, under my age, let's just say that, to kind of help them understand what we're doing. And they're pretty excited about it and interested in learning more about how they can get involved in their communities or just to hang out with all of us. One of the things we'll do with all this is have networking events where we do happy hours and things like that, because building relationships with that kind of emotional support and fun is an important part of what we're doing. So the launch party will be at Paisans on Wednesday the 16th.
Very good. So having been mentored, I think Alice Hyman, I think you guys know, and then Maribel Batcher were two of the women that have really continued to stay in my life and mentor me. And I think the role of mentorship in the women circles just hasn't been as strong as it is in the men's world.
That's true.
So this seems like a big focus for you guys. We talked a little bit about the Great Resignation. We've had 8 million people quit their jobs in last November, and it continues to this day. So there's a lot of people out there who've retired early and are looking for something to do. So hopefully we can tap into some of that talent, especially from the business side, and get them involved. But so the Nevada Women's Leadership Network is kind of who you were working with, or Nevada's Women's Public Leadership Network. What are some of the trainings they have that you can utilize?
Well, they are a national organization that is going around the nations helping women's organizations like ours get off the ground. And they have provided us with seed money grants. And they have a number of different training programs of their own that we can partner with them on. And what they offer for free on their website, we will offer for free on ours. And they'll come in once a year to conduct an individual training program on any topic that we choose. For example, like let's say we do media training and put people under the hot lights with a professional to teach them how to communicate in that setting under duress. So they're an excellent organization. I'm grateful for their support, and they will not only do this kind of training, but also teach people how to run a board, teach people how to be a leader on a commission, or all of those processes. It's setting up bylaws and things like that. That's why they're such a valuable organization, and we're grateful for their support.
So what are your goals for this? What would you like to see a year or two from now?
Well, we've talked about how do we measure success, and I think the simplest way to measure success, and my personal goal, is that we see more women running for office and actually get elected so that they've got a good command of the issues, they know how to present themselves and deliver their message, they know how to build a base of support, and they understand the realities of our world today. And I think that's probably the simplest and easiest answer, is just to see more women involved. Certainly our backgrounds are business related, natural resource related, property rights related, so there's some of that as well, but we're not an advocacy organization. We're not here to present pro or con on any issues, but I do expect that we'll see women get more involved in some of the issues that might have been more male dominated. But the other part of it is women bringing forward women-related issues that maybe haven't had as much attention or spotlight. So I think there's just lots of good things that can happen. It's like when you throw a pebble into a pond and you see the ripple effects. It may take a while, but there's definitely an impact and an outreach there. And I also wanted to mention, we do have now a website up and running. So if it's all right, if we can put a shameless plug in for our website, it's nvwla.org. So nvwla.org is our website.
All right, we'll make sure and link to that as well.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll be back to wrap this up right after this.
Dimitri Prine here for Design Outdoor. At Design Outdoor, we specialize in all hardscapes, pavers, and walls you'll need for everything, from wonderful small yards to full-blown outdoor living. And we only refer the best contractors to make your vision a reality. Our store and backyard are located at 11600 South Virginia, just north of DeMonte Ranch Parkway. Visit designoutdoor.com or call us at 851-9499.
I'm men's rights attorney Marilyn York, and because I represent men in all family law matters, women often call me gender traitor, woman hater, and even disgusting. So why represent men and target myself with these offensive monikers? It's simple. Children with fathers in their lives are 6 times less likely to drop out of school, 15 times less likely to go to prison, and 5 times less likely to commit suicide. So ladies, you can hate me, but please love your children more than you hate their fathers.
Hi, I'm Dave Newman. Remember me? I used to be the house detective, and now I'm a realtor, full-time at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates. A lot of people ask me, how's the market? You know what? It's fantastic. If you're even kicking around the idea of buying or selling, give me a call. Let's talk about it. Call me at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and just ask for the guy who used to be the house detective, Dave Newman.
The signs and symptoms of cataracts can start out small with subtle changes in your vision. So don't wait. Be proactive and take your vision into your own hands. If you're experiencing the onset of cataracts or just have questions, contact your eye care professional or call Eye Care Associates of Nevada today. Dr. Hiss has years of experience specializing in the surgical correction of eye disorders and has completed over 84,000 vision correcting procedures. At Eye Care Associates of Nevada, we'll change the way you look at the world.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And we are back on Nevada Newsmakers with Liz Arnold and Pat Davison from the Nevada Women's Leadership Alliance. So give me some specifics. What, if I joined up, what kind of networking events and what kind of leadership, or I should say, leadership events are you going to put together? What kind of training?
Well, one of the things we wanted to do is have fun. So in the networking events, for example, we'll try to do those bi-monthly because people have busy schedules, and we'll do those in the evening, and there'll be happy hour or reception type things. And we'll do things like we have a 60-second Persuade Me gong show so that people can learn to communicate quickly. So they have...
you obviously haven't flushed this Pat yet because she's like,
I
what?
can hardly wait. We'll sell tickets.
Can I do the gong? Okay.
And the reason for doing that is it teaches people to think critically and be instant. And it's difficult, but if you're giggling about it and you're going through a process, having fun with a lot of people that are just like you, you'll get better and better at it over time. And also another idea for the networking events is speed dating, much like the Elko Mine Expo does with vendors and the mine sites. It's very successful. People can get to know each other better, and you can work your way around those relationship development processes, find someone that you become a friend with and work with them like I did with Pat over years of time. So that's how we'll build up leaders, help them understand what they can do and what more they could take on.
And meeting people that can help them along the way as well as teaching these things. Okay. And then what type of training courses are you going to have?
We'll have leadership development, of course, because that's a whole spectrum of issues, whether it's within your career or an elective office or public service of any kind. And then advocacy training, because those two things go together. Campaign fundraising, campaign management fundraising, how to work with volunteers. It's very difficult sometimes to work with volunteers. It's you're herding sheep and trying to keep them all at the table doing the jobs they said they would do, and they often don't do that. So
and you can't fire them.
No, you can't fire them. So there's all that spectrum for people to understand how to be effective in a movement or in a coalition or to achieve change.
That's great. Any final thoughts from you? Anything you would like to see in training-wise?
My two favorite are issue analysis and constituent engagement and communication.
Okay.
That's it.
Being the analytical one that you are.
That's
very
right.
True. Well, I thank you guys for this. So again, February 16th at Paisans is your first event. You'll probably, hopefully, doing some stuff in Vegas as well, but it is a statewide organization.
Yes.
Right.
Very cool. Well, we thank you guys for coming on today. It sounds like a great idea. And I think it's cool that it's focused on just women who are interested in any kind of issue and in becoming involved in our community and giving them the mentoring and the networking that they really need to be successful.
Yep.
Our motto is creating a better Nevada, one woman at a time.
Very good. Well, I thank you guys so much for what you're doing, and we'll finish up and be right back after this.
Brian Kulpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Kulpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at briankulpaphotography.com.
Kenny! Dad? What are you learning? This place is great. Huh? You gotta try this.
Wow, this stuff is great. People are gonna love it.
Yes. Yes, they will.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Pro Group Management specializes in providing industries with the necessary components to satisfy and exceed workers' comp requirements. Every business has unique needs and specific regulations. Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Discover how we simplify your tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce expense to keep you moving in a positive direction. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Thank you for listening and watching. You can watch us anytime online at NevadaNewsmakers.com. Have a great day.